Beloved, welcome. If you're here right now, I believe it's not an accident. Something gentle yet powerful has led you to this moment. Hear this, deeply chosen one, because today is not just another moment in time. This truth you are about to receive isn't merely for your ears to hear it, it's for your spirit to accept, to know, to embrace. There is no coincidence here. You are not here by accident, but by divine purpose. You are standing at the threshold of something monumental, something long awaited. Today you are invited into the peace that has eluded you, into the rest that was promised. For so long, you've lived with shoulders, tight breath, shallow, your heart always bracing for the next blow. Your mind has rehearsed the worst before you even tasted peace, always on guard, always preparing for the fight that never seemed to end. You've been living like the battle was still raging, but hear this clearly now. Heaven is no longer asking you to keep proving how strong you are. The struggle that tried to define you, to name you, to break you, has already been answered. The verdict has been spoken, the battle is finished. And now, chosen one, you are invited into rest. Do not skip this moment. Do not scroll past. This is not simply the end of a story. This is the start of something new. The struggle that has weighed you down, that has clouded your spirit, is no longer your identity. Yes, your body may still remember the tension. Your spirit may carry bruises from battles you never spoke of. Your mind may still replay the hard scenes, the moments it took to survive. But I say to you now, victory is not always loud. Sometimes victory is simply this: you are still here. You made it. You are standing. What was meant to erase you did not win. Heaven has declared it, as Scripture whispers, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. The hardest part is behind you. Now take a moment to breathe. Let yourself exhale. For the first time, you can rest. Truly rest. It may feel unfamiliar. It may feel undeserved, but let that feeling pass. You have earned this moment. This is your invitation to rest from the long struggle. Look back honestly. Chosen one. Recall the nights when sleep escaped you, when every thought was a rehearsal of why it might be easier to give up. Recall the days when your feet moved forward by instinct alone, uncertain if you even had the strength to make it to the next sunrise. And yet, look at you now. Tomorrow kept arriving, and somehow you were still standing in it. That kind of endurance, that kind of resilience does not come from human effort alone. It is deeper than discipline, stronger than determination. You were held together by something far greater than you realized. You were preserved, protected by divine hands, because your story was never meant to end in the fight. The story was not finished. And now, something has been settled. The victory that was always meant to be yours has been declared, and it is time for you to step into the peace that was promised. You have outlasted the storm. And now in the calm, you are invited to breathe in deeply, to rest fully. The battle you once fought has ended, and it is time to lay down your armor. You no longer need to stand with shoulders raised in defense, your heart constantly bracing for the next fight. The fight is over. The victory is yours. Take this moment, chosen one. Let it settle within you. Know that you are not just still standing. You are standing in the fullness of what was always meant to be yours. Heaven's declaration has been spoken. The battle you feared would consume you has lost its power. You are free. You are victorious. This is the truth that is being poured into your spirit, and it is time to receive it fully. Do not turn your head away. Feel the release. Let your heart catch up to this truth. Your victory was not won by your strength alone. It was God's hand that preserved you, God's love that protected you. And now you are entering into the rest that was always waiting for you. The peace that you have longed for is not out of reach. It is right here. The rest that you have fought for is now yours. Let yourself receive it, chosen one. The war is over. The victory is yours. You are here. You are alive. You are victorious. Let this truth resonate within you. Feel it settle deep into your bones. The battle has finished. The verdict has been spoken. You are invited into rest, as you rest in this truth. Chosen one, remember. Heaven does not forget your struggles. Every tear, every moment of weariness was seen by God. Every time you stood there, it felt as if you had nothing left to give. Heaven saw it. You were never alone in the fight. Even when you felt isolated, abandoned, or broken, the divine presence was with you. And now, heaven is calling you into a new season, a season of peace, a season of rest, a season where you are no longer fighting for your survival, but living in the fullness of the victory that has already been won for you. Thank you for remaining in this space, for allowing this truth to sink in. Your presence here, chosen one, is no accident. It is a sign of your high vibration, your readiness to receive the blessings that are already on their way. You are not just surviving anymore. You are thriving, and this is the beginning of a new chapter, one where rest is your inheritance, peace is your companion, and the victory is forever sealed. Now, to anchor this divine energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777 or I am ready. Let this be your declaration of acceptance, your affirmation that you are stepping into the rest that has been promised to you. This moment is yours. You are free. You are victorious. And the best is yet to come. Chosen one, hear the quiet thunder of heaven's declaration. Something has shifted. The long battle, the struggle that has stretched through years, through patterns, through bloodlines, has reached its end. Do not turn away now. Do not dismiss this. Heaven has spoken softly but firmly, and in that moment of divine utterance, everything changed. The struggle that once defined your life, that kept you in constant motion, never quite allowing you to rest, has been settled. You've felt it, haven't you? The inner world that once trembled beneath the weight of constant tension now feels different. The fears that used to grip you, that used to control your thoughts, no longer attach the way they once did. The temptations that used to have their hold on you have lost their power. Peace, true peace, is finding room in your life. Keep reading until the end, because the message heaven has for you today is one of profound truth. Even as the noise of the world still exists around you, something has closed. Something has shifted. You may not fully recognize it yet, but your inner world is already different. You are different. The fight that once defined you no longer holds the same power. It's like a great weight has lifted. A burden you didn't know you were carrying has been released. And yet there you stand still here, alive, enduring, stronger than you realized. For so long, rest may have felt like an unfamiliar land, a place you didn't deserve to enter, a peace that seemed too distant to reach. But hear me clearly now, when God declares a victory, it does not wait for visible proof. His word moves faster than human awareness, faster than the eyes can see, faster than the mind can understand. Do not skip this part, chosen one. Heaven's declaration has already been made. The verdict has been spoken, and it is finished. We went through fire and water, but you brought us to a place of abundance, Psalm 66:12. Can you feel the weight of those words? They are not a metaphor. They are your truth. What you have gone through has refined you, purified you. The challenges, the trials, the darkness that threatened to consume you have only prepared the soil for the abundance that God is now preparing to pour into your life. His steadfast love has never ceased. His mercies have been new every single morning, and today they are new again. Do not let this moment slip away unnoticed. If you have been waiting for confirmation, here it is. You crossed the place that was meant to end you, the place where everything seemed lost, where the very foundation beneath you shook. And yet you are still standing. You are here. You made it. That place, the place of fear, of doubt, of endless struggle, could not break you. It could not consume you. You are still here, and that means a new chapter has already begun. This is not just another chapter in the same old story. This is a new season 1, where rest and peace are now within your reach. Look at the weight of that truth. Chosen one. Because of everything you've walked through, you are allowed to rest in a new way now. Not the kind of rest where your body slows down, but your heart stays on guard, perpetually waiting for the next storm. This is the kind of rest that comes with a deep, full exhale, a release so profound that your entire being feels the shift. Your spirit, once bracing for the next blow, now breathes freely. Something deep inside you knows that it's finished, not suspended, not waiting to restart, but completely finished. Do not turn away now. What you've experienced has changed you. The battle has ended. That doesn't mean life will no longer test you. You will still face challenges. The road will not always be smooth. But hear me clearly. Chosen one. The specific war that hunted you, the one that tried to wear you down, to erode your sense of self, to break your spirit and steal your identity, no longer has permission to follow you. That battle has lost its authority. It no longer gets to define you. The war that once sought to destroy you has been defeated. You didn't escape it by accident. You didn't get lucky. No, chosen one, you outlasted it. Your endurance was not in vain. It wasn't the result of mere willpower or strength. It was the divine hand of God holding you up when you couldn't stand on your own. It was His mercy keeping you steady even when your legs felt weak, even when your soul felt like it was being torn apart. You have survived not by chance, but because the victory was already yours. And that fact, your survival, your endurance, changes everything about this moment. Because now, what was once a battlefield has become the fertile ground for something new. You have crossed through the fire, through the water, and now you are standing in a place of abundance. The struggle that once defined you has no more power over you. You are free. You are whole. You are at rest. And from this place of rest, from this place of peace, you will be able to see with new eyes. Your spirit is clear. Your path is now illuminated. Do not scroll past this. Let this truth sink in deep into your soul. You are no longer defined by the struggle. The fight that once seemed endless is now over. The war you fought has ended and you stand victorious. You may not see the full picture yet, but you feel it, don't you? That shift, that stillness within you that whispers, it's over. You've made it through. It's time to embrace this truth and live from it. Thank you, chosen one, for staying here, for receiving this message. Your presence is no accident. You have reached this moment because your soul is aligned with divine timing. You have endured what many would not have survived, and now you are stepping into a new chapter, one marked by peace, abundance, and rest. To anchor this energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777 or I am ready. Let this moment be your declaration of victory, your affirmation that you are ready to walk in the new chapter that has already begun for you. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a beautiful new season in your life. Rest in this truth, for it is yours. Chosen one. Pay close attention to the sacred truth now unfolding before you, for this moment is not just another passing event. It is a profound shift. You're not simply turning the page to another chapter in your life. You are stepping into a season marked by recognition. Heaven has already recognized you. Even before you understood it, before you felt worthy of it, Heaven saw the strength in you that you could not see yourself. Heaven saw that you stayed when quitting would have been easier. It saw that you carried truth when compromise seemed like a safer option. It saw that you kept going even when there was no applause, no reassurance, no tangible proof that your efforts were making any difference. Do not scroll past this, chosen one. This is the truth you must hold on to, for it is a cornerstone of your new reality. Recognition from heaven does not come based on your worthiness as the world defines it. It is not about when you become deserving in the eyes of others. No. Recognition from heaven comes when the timing aligns with the truth you've been living all along. The very essence of who you are, the courage, the resilience, the love, the endurance has already been seen and acknowledged by the divine. Heaven recognizes you now because it has always known you. It sees you not just for who you are, but for the potential of who you will become. Take a deep breath, chosen one, and let this truth sink into your soul. This season of recognition is not about striving to earn the love and acknowledgement of others. It is about stepping into the fullness of what heaven has already seen in you. It is time to stop waiting for the world to validate you. Heaven has already spoken. Heaven has already claimed you, and this recognition will unfold on earth in its time, not because you suddenly earned it, but because it is the natural alignment of who you are. The truth of who you've always been is finally coming to light. But even as you step into this new season, there is something more you must understand. The world will continue to challenge you, as Scripture reminds us. In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33. And while you are invited to step into recognition, there is something else that demands your attention. Chosen one. The way you see yourself must shift. You can no longer see yourself as someone bound by the old battles, the struggles, the fears that once defined you. Do not turn away from this truth. The battle has already been fought. The war you once waged has already been decided. You do not need to replay it in your mind anymore. You do not need to keep wearing the armor that once protected you but has since served its purpose. The armor that once shielded you from pain, from fear, from disappointment is no longer needed. You are no longer in survival mode. You are no longer in a constant state of defense. The war is over. And in this new reality, chosen one, you are allowed to set some things down. You are allowed to breathe freely without the tension that once gripped your heart. You are allowed to walk through life with an ease that feels unfamiliar because you no longer feel the need to explain or apologize for your existence. This is the moment of freedom, the moment when you can simply be. You are invited to live not from a place of constant survival, but from a place of trust and peace. If peace feels unfamiliar to you now, after years of endurance, that is completely understandable. Your spirit has been hardened by battle, by the constant tension of surviving. Peace might feel out of reach, like a distant memory, a foreign land. But hear this, chosen one. God is not asking you to keep proving how strong you are. The struggle that once required you to dig deep and prove yourself is no longer your fight. Instead, He is inviting you to live like someone who has already made it through. Do not skip this moment, chosen one. This invitation to rest, to trust, to live from a place of peace, this changes everything. It reshapes how you pray. No longer will your prayers be from a place of urgency, from a place of desperation. You no longer need to cry out in fear or trembling, hoping for answers. No. Now your prayers are grounded in trust, knowing that the victory has already been won. Your prayers will flow from a heart that rests in the confidence of what has already been accomplished for you. This new reality reshapes how you love too. You no longer need to love with guarded fear, afraid that your love will be rejected or abused. You no longer need to love with the hesitance of someone who has been wounded in battle. Instead, you are invited to love from a place of wholeness. Your love can be expansive, unconditional, and unburdened by fear. You love from a place of abundance, knowing that you are loved and held by the divine. But the greatest shift of all, chosen one, is how you carry yourself. You do not need to strive to earn a worth anymore. You no longer need to perform for others to win their approval to prove yourself. You are already chosen. Your value is already established, not by what you do or what others think, but by the divine love that courses through your being. You are already enough. And when you truly realize this, when you fully embrace the truth of who you are, the shift within you will be nothing short of revolutionary. Pay attention. Chosen one. This shift will reshape your entire existence. It will bring you peace in places that once felt barren. It will bring clarity in moments of confusion. And it will align you with a deeper sense of purpose. You are no longer fighting to survive. You are living to thrive. And the recognition you've longed for from the world will begin to unfold naturally. But remember, the true recognition has already been given to you by heaven. That recognition is the foundation from which everything else will flow. Thank you for staying with me. Chosen one, your presence here is no accident. It is a sign that your soul is ready to embrace this truth. You are not just surviving anymore. You are thriving. You are stepping into recognition not from the world, but from heaven itself. And that recognition will guide you into your next season with grace, ease, and divine favor. Now, To anchor this truth into your life, I invite you to comment 7, 7, 7, or I am ready. Let this be your declaration, your affirmation that you are stepping into this new season of peace, trust, and recognition. Heaven has already seen you. You are already chosen. The world will follow suit in its time. Your true value was established, and now you are ready to walk in it fully. Chosen. 1. This moment is sacred. Hear the call. Feel the weight of this invitation to rest, not as a fleeting reprieve, but as a permanent state of being. You have carried the weight of 1,000 battles, of countless struggles, and now heaven calls you into a space that is free from that burden. This is not merely a moment of physical rest, but a spiritual reawakening, a new way of being, of living, of walking in this world. Do not scroll past this, chosen one. Pay close attention, for this invitation is not given lightly. It reshapes everything within you. For so long you've been striving, pushing, running after validation, constantly proving your worth to the world, to yourself, and even to God. But now you are invited to step away from that relentless need to earn your place. You are invited into the quiet certainty that you are already chosen, that you have already arrived. You are not what you do. Chosen one. You are who you are, chosen, loved, worthy, and whole. My soul finds rest in God alone. My salvation comes from Him. Psalm 62:1. Let these words settle deep within you. This rest, this peace that you've been longing for, can only be found in God's embrace. You have walked through the fire, through the proving ground, and emerged not broken but whole. You've endured what was meant to undo you, what was meant to make you forget your true identity, but you are still standing, chosen one. And now, heaven's declaration over your life is clear and settled. You already won. This truth is not just a whisper. It is the resounding sound of victory. You may not have heard it in the noise of your struggle, but it is here now, waiting for you to receive it. Let it sink into your spirit, into your bones, into the deepest part of your soul. The restlessness, the doubt, the anxiety that once consumed your every waking moment are mere echoes of a war that has already ended. Those emotions do not belong to you anymore. Do not turn away from this chosen one. What belongs to you now is peace. What belongs to you now is freedom. No longer do you need to fight. No longer do you need to prove yourself. What belongs to you now is a steady, grounded rest. Not the kind of rest that is fleeting or shallow. This is a rest that is rooted in security and knowing that you are held. Your foundation will hold, as it always has and always will. You are not alone in this. Heaven's promises are firm. They are unshakable. You have been through battles, struggles, and seasons of uncertainty, but now the war is over. The record has been sealed. The verdict is victory. Heaven's word never fails, chosen one. It does not falter, and it does not turn back. When God declares victory, it is not a fleeting moment. It is the truth of your existence, the foundation upon which you stand. So when your mind tries to pull you back into old patterns, into old fears, into the panic that once consumed you, remind yourself the war is over. You are safe now. Rest does not mean inactivity. Chosen one. It does not mean laziness or complacency. It means you can finally release the tension in your body, the weight that you've been carrying, because you now know that you do not have to keep fighting. The fight is over. Rest means security. Rest means trust. Rest means that you are allowed to breathe deeply, fully, without fear that something will crumble the moment you pause. Pay attention to this chosen one. You are being invited to a new way of being. You are being invited into the kind of rest that comes with knowing that you are held, that you are enough, that you do not need to struggle to earn your worth. When you step into this rest, everything changes. You will no longer feel the constant pressure of expectation. You will no longer feel the need to prove your strength, your worth, or your place in the world. You are already where you need to be. You are already chosen, and now you can live from that place of deep knowing. So when your mind tries to pull you back into the past, into the old struggles, into the old patterns of fight and survival, gently remind yourself the war is over. What belongs to you now is peace. What belongs to you now is the ability to rest without fear. You have fought hard, chosen one, but now you are invited to rest. Do not scroll past this chosen one. Let this invitation sink deeply into your soul. You do not need to carry the weight anymore. You do not need to be on constant alert, always bracing for the next battle. The truth of your victory has already been spoken. Heaven has declared it, and you are free. You are free to rest. You are free to breathe. You are free to walk in this world with ease, with confidence, with the knowing that your foundation is firm. Thank you for staying here with me, chosen one. Your presence is no accident. The very fact that you are receiving this message is a sign of your high vibration, your readiness to step into a new season. You have already won. Now it is time for you to rest, to receive, and to live in the peace that has been promised to you. To anchor this divine energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777, or I am ready. Let this be your declaration of trust, your affirmation that you are ready to step into the rest and peace that is yours. You are free. You are whole. The battle is over, and now you can rest. Chosen one. Hear this clearly, for this truth will shift everything you thought you knew about strength and perseverance. Rest is not weakness. It never has been. Rest is what strength looks like after the battle has been fought and the war has finally ended. You, chosen one, have carried the weight of 1,000 storms, and now, as the clouds part, heaven invites you into the calm. But this rest, this sacred pause, is not an absence of effort. It is the presence of divine renewal. For so long, you have lived in a constant state of alertness, your shoulders tense, your mind always bracing for the next blow. You learned to stay on guard, to expect disappointment, betrayal, and loss. It became your normal. Even in moments of peace, your soul was trained to search the horizon, ever vigilant, expecting the next storm to come. This was your posture, your reality, a life of defense, a life of survival. Even now, after the hardest battles have ended, your spirit still scans for danger that no longer exists. Do not turn away now. Chosen one, for you are being called into something new. God is gently calling you into a place of rest, into a life that no longer requires constant vigilance. You do not have to live like that anymore. You do not have to keep carrying the tension in your body, the weight of fear, the constant readiness for a fight that is no longer yours. You are safe now. Rest is your inheritance. But let me tell you this truth. Chosen one, rest does not mean doing nothing. It does not mean being idle or lazy. Rest means living without the weight of constant worry, without the fear that everything will collapse the moment you pause. It means releasing the weight that you have carried past the finish line. Rest is trust in motion. It is not passive. It is an active surrender to the divine rhythm of life. It is the deep, sacred knowing that everything you have worked for, everything you have endured, has already borne fruit. When you rest, you are no longer striving to prove yourself. You are no longer fighting to survive. You are living in the fullness of what you have already accomplished. Do not skip this moment. Chosen one. Rest is not an indulgence. It is a necessity. It is the fuel that prepares you for what comes next. Think about it this way: when someone finishes a marathon, no one questions whether they've earned the right to sit down. No one accuses them of being lazy for catching their breath. Why? Because the effort is undeniable. The journey they have traveled is written in their every step, in the strength of their body, in the distance already behind them. Their rest is not a sign of weakness. It is proof of the strength they've already displayed. And that's you, chosen one. You've run a distance that others never believed you could. You've endured storms meant to break you, to empty you completely. You've faced battles that in their intensity seemed like they might destroy you. And yet, here you are. You are still standing. You are still breathing. You are still moving forward. That chosen one is evidence enough that your endurance was real. Your strength was never in the fight itself. It was in your refusal to give up, in your refusal to let go of the light within you. And now that very light is calling you into rest. Rest is no longer optional for you. It is necessary. Without rest, you cannot move forward with the fullness and clarity that God has intended for you. You have run the race. You have fought the fight. Now it is time to rest and prepare for the next chapter. Without the stillness, without the peace, you would not be able to fully step into the abundance and purpose that God has waiting for you. Think about how a river flows, chosen one. A river must pause at times at the shore, at the edges, before it can flow again. It must rest to gather its strength for the next movement. You too must rest in order to move forward with power. Your rest is not just a moment of pause. It is a divine recalibration. It is the gathering of energy, the recharging of your spirit, and the alignment of your heart with the will of heaven. Without it, you cannot fully step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Do not turn away now, chosen one. This rest is the key to unlocking your next level of growth. Without it, you will continue to operate from a place of exhaustion, from a place of depletion. But with rest, you will be able to move forward with clarity, with purpose, with a renewed sense of divine alignment. And it's not just about taking a break. It's about fully allowing yourself to be still, to surrender to the peace that God has for you. You have endured, you have fought, and now you are being called to receive. To receive the peace, to receive the abundance, and to receive the rest that will nourish you for what lies ahead. Thank you, chosen one, for remaining in this space. Your soul's presence here is no accident. The fact that you are open to receiving this message is a sign that you are ready for the next stage of your journey. You are ready to embrace rest, to release the burden you've carried for so long, and to step into the fullness of your divine inheritance. Your soul is aligned with the peace that is meant for you, and now you are invited to live from that place. Now, to anchor this divine energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777. Or I am ready. Let this be your declaration that you are embracing rest. Let it be your affirmation that you are no longer defined by the battles you fought, but by the peace you are now receiving. Rest is not weakness, it is your strength. And with it, you are ready to step into the next chapter of your life. Chosen. 1. Hear me now, for you are being invited into a profound shift. One that changes everything about how you approach life, how you navigate the world, and how you live from this moment forward. You are not in constant danger anymore. You are not one mistake away from losing everything. You are not trapped under the weight of endless exhaustion. The struggle you've known, the survival mode that has defined you for so long, is no longer the rhythm of your heart. The fight that once taught you to brace for impact, to prepare for the next blow, is over. Do not skip this message. Chosen one, for it carries the key to your next step in this sacred journey. Pay attention now, because heaven is teaching you something new. Heaven is inviting you to step out of the exhausting cycle of survival and into the divine rhythm of rest. Rest is now your inheritance. It is yours to receive, chosen one. It is not a luxury or a fleeting indulgence. It is your birthright. As Scripture says, the Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace, Psalm 29:11. This is not just a comforting verse, chosen one. It is a declaration of the truth you must now walk in. The strength you have fought for, the peace you've longed for, are already yours to claim. When you begin to live from a place of rest, everything shifts. It is a change so profound, so powerful, that it will transform the very essence of your existence. You will notice that you no longer feel the need to rush to prove yourself. You no longer feel the pressure to chase after approval, to fight for your worth. The right opportunities, the right people, the right blessings, they will come toward you. You won't have to force them, chase them, or strive endlessly for them. They will be drawn to you by the rhythm of your being, by the peace that now resides within you. Do not turn away from this chosen one. You stop running after voices that never truly saw you. You stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. This is the power of rest. It silences desperation, the desperation that has held your spirit captive for so long. Desperation was the last chain that tried to keep you bound. It kept you running, kept you fighting, kept you pushing against the current of your true path. But now that chain is breaking, and with it, the tension that has gripped your spirit is dissolving. Rest does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you abandon your responsibilities, your duties, or your purpose. No, chosen one. Rest is the sacred space where fear no longer governs your decisions. It means you no longer believe that everything depends on you pushing harder, trying more, stretching yourself thinner, and wearing yourself out. You do not have to be exhausted to prove your worth. Rest means you are finally allowing yourself to let go. You are allowing God to carry what He intended to carry all along. For so long you have tried to shoulder burdens that were never meant for you. You have taken on responsibilities that were never yours to bear alone. But hear this clearly now. Chosen one, you do not have to do it all. You were never meant to carry everything on your own. The weight you've been dragging is being lifted, and in its place, God is offering you rest, true divine rest. Keep reading until the end, because this shift will reshape everything you thought you knew about your strength. It will change how you move through the world, how you navigate relationships, and how you engage with life's challenges. This is the moment when you stop fighting the current. Instead, you allow yourself to float in the river of God's grace. You stop resisting, you stop striving, and you let the flow of divine love carry you forward. When that chain of desperation breaks, your spirit will finally settle. No longer will you feel like you are always on the edge, always bracing for the next problem. The fear of collapse, the fear of failure, the fear that everything will fall apart. If you stop, these fears will lose their grip on you. Rest doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you are finally free from the pressure of living under the belief that everything depends on your relentless efforts. The peace that you seek, chosen one, is not a far-off dream. It is already here within you. It has always been within you, waiting for you to recognize it. The rhythm of your life is shifting from the frantic beat of survival to the calm, steady pulse of divine trust. You do not need to continue to live in a state of panic, in a state of constant motion. You do not need to carry the weight that God has already promised to carry for you. When you accept this invitation to rest, chosen one, you will begin to see that your life takes on a new pace, a pace that is aligned with divine flow, not human exhaustion. You will find that you no longer feel the need to prove yourself to earn your place, to show your strength to the world. Your strength is already known in heaven. Your worth is already established in the heart of God. So take a deep breath now, chosen one. Allow yourself to sink into the peace that is yours. The war is over. The struggle is finished. You are no longer living under the weight of survival. You are now living in the peace of divine abundance, of divine grace, of divine rest. And from this place of rest, you will move through the world with ease, with trust, with a heart full of peace. Thank you for staying in this sacred space with me, chosen one. Your presence here is no accident. It is a sign that your soul is aligned with the divine rhythm of rest. You have done the work. You have fought the good fight, and now it is time for you to receive the peace that is your inheritance. To anchor this truth into your life, I invite you to comment 777, or I am ready. Let this be your declaration, your affirmation that you are ready to step into the new rhythm that God has for you. The battle is over, and now it is time to rest. You are free, you are whole, you are divinely supported, and now you are invited to live in peace. Chosen one, hear me clearly, for the message before you is not just an idea or a distant hope. It is a promise sealed by the divine, irrevocable, and full of grace. Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. Psalm 55:22. This is not poetic language. This is covenant. It is the agreement between heaven and your soul. The rest you seek, the peace that has eluded you, is part of the reward that comes with the end of the battle. Do not skip this, chosen one. Pay attention, for this is the moment when everything you've endured begins to make sense. You are being invited into something far greater than just relief from the struggle. You are invited into peace, into rest, into a new rhythm. And this rhythm does not come from the demands of survival, the constant battle to endure, to fight, to protect. You were never meant to live in constant warfare. That was never your divine purpose. Instead, you were meant to live in rhythms, rhythms of effort and rhythms of receiving. You've lived through seasons of toil, of sweat, of pain, of endless struggle. But hear this now. This is your season to receive. This is your season to let go of the weight you've carried for so long, to release the old survival instinct that has shaped your every thought and action. You are stepping into a time when peace is your portion, when rest is your inheritance. The fight is over. Heaven has already declared it. And now, chosen one, it is time for you to learn how to live in the fullness of that truth. Do not turn away from this moment, chosen one. Pay attention to how God is already inviting you into this rest. It is not a rest that comes from doing nothing. It is a rest that comes from knowing you do not have to fight anymore. It is the quiet moments that feel less like emptiness and more like fullness. The kind of peace that doesn't make logical sense but refuses to leave you. You may feel it now, lingering in the silence, in the stillness, in the absence of the noise you once carried in your soul. At first, it may feel unfamiliar. It may feel like something is missing, like you are not doing enough, like you should be preparing for the next battle. But do not be deceived, chosen one. The quiet does not mean emptiness. The peace you feel, though it may seem too good to be true, is not a trick. It is your inheritance, a gift waiting for you to accept it fully. When you've been wired for survival, for the constant fight, joy can feel suspicious. Peace can feel like a trap. Love can seem too tender, too gentle, too free. You may feel like you must protect yourself from it, like you're not worthy of it, or even like it will slip through your fingers the moment you let down your guard. But let me tell you this. Now, chosen one, that doesn't mean something is wrong. It simply means your body and mind are still catching up to what your spirit already knows. Your spirit has known peace all along. It has known rest. It has known trust. But your mind and your body, conditioned by years of struggle, have yet to catch up. They are still learning to trust this new rhythm, this new reality. So be gentle with yourself, chosen one. Allow yourself to step into peace without fear, without questioning whether you truly deserve it. This is your divine right. This is what heaven has declared over you. When you've spent so long living under the weight of survival, letting go can be one of the most difficult things to do. But listen to me now. You were never meant to live as though danger is always imminent. You were not created to live on the edge, constantly preparing for the next fight. Heaven is inviting you into a new reality, a reality where you can rest, where you can breathe, where you can move through life with ease, with trust, and with an open heart. This is the shift you are being called to, chosen one. A shift from survival to surrender, a shift from constant tension to deep relaxation, a shift from fear to peace. You do not need to live on high alert anymore. The fight is over. The war that once consumed you is finished. Now you are learning how to live in the peace that has already been won for you. Do not skip this moment, chosen one. Your nervous system is learning how to live in the truth that the battle is over. It will take time for your body to fully surrender to the peace that has been waiting for you. But know this, your soul is already aligned with the rest, with the peace, with the freedom that is now yours. Your mind, your body, and your spirit are all catching up to the new reality. The reality where you are no longer fighting for survival, but living in abundance, in peace, in the fullness of God's promises. Thank you, chosen one, for staying with me in this space. Your presence here is no accident. It is a sign of the immense strength of your spirit, the depth of your journey. You have made it through the hardest of battles, and now you are being invited into the rest you have longed for. You are not just surviving anymore, you are thriving. You are entering a season of peace, of abundance, of receiving. And from this place of rest, everything in your life will shift. To anchor this divine energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777, or I am ready. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to step into the rhythm of peace, to release the weight of survival, and to embrace the rest that has been promised to you. Heaven has already declared it. The battle is over. You are free. Now you are invited to rest. Chosen one. Hear this clearly and deeply, for this truth will shift the very fabric of your existence. You have been in the fight for so long, in a constant state of movement, of struggle, of endurance. You've carried the weight of battles, whether they were fought on the outside or within. Your heart, your spirit has known the strain of never-ending perseverance, of pushing through when every fiber of your being wanted to give in. But now the time has come to practice something new. It's time to practice resting the same way you practiced fighting. Do not turn away from this chosen one. Do not skip over it. Pay attention, because this is the turning point. Just as you once practiced perseverance with fierce determination, you must now practice receiving just as intentionally. You must learn to rest with the same discipline you once gave to the struggle. This is not weakness. This is divine strength. You have learned how to fight, how to survive, how to press on through the darkness, but now God is calling you to learn how to rest, how to receive, how to be filled with peace without the need to prove anything. Do not scroll past this chosen one. Rest doesn't make you soft. It sharpens you. It doesn't diminish your power. It enhances it. When you are not running on empty, you think more clearly. You hear the whispers of heaven more easily. Your spirit is sharper, more attuned to the divine. You love more deeply, more authentically, because you are no longer giving from an empty well. Your heart is not drained. You are filled. You are sustained. Pay attention, because this is not a moment of indulgence. This is not a break from life. It is a realignment with the divine rhythm of the universe. You are not called to be constantly in motion. The grind, the hustle, the endless proving, that is not the divine path. God is not asking you to fight endlessly. He is asking you to step into rest, to find peace, and to trust that in doing so you are aligning with something far greater than yourself. God is insisting on this shift, chosen one, because He knows that your rest is essential to your sustainability. This rest is not a temporary pause. It is a divine recalibration. God is showing you that His blessing was never meant to cost you your well-being. His love was never meant to feel like another battle. If you feel like you are constantly fighting for love, for acceptance, for peace, hear this. God's love does not come with conditions. It is not something you must wrestle for. You are already loved. You are already chosen. This rest is holy. It is sacred. It is the space where restoration takes place, where the weary soul finds solace and strength. God is saying to you now, you've done what you thought was impossible. Now breathe. I'll take it from here. Do not skip over this moment, chosen one. Let that truth sink deeply into your heart. You do not have to carry everything. You do not have to fight alone. You were never meant to bear the weight of the world on your shoulders. You were never meant to be in a constant state of battle. Let that truth cover you today. Let it wash over your soul, bringing peace, bringing release, bringing rest. You are not falling behind by resting. You are not losing momentum by slowing down. This is not a moment of delay, but of divine alignment. Heaven has a rhythm, and you are being invited to move with it. This rest is not a pause from your life. It is the rhythm of life itself. The world may tell you that you must keep going, that you must fight for everything, that you must constantly prove yourself. But heaven has a different message for you. Heaven never asked you to carry everything forever. Heaven never asked you to be in constant motion. Heaven asked you to trust. And trust at its deepest level looks like rest. Do not turn your head away from this invitation, chosen one. Trust at its deepest is not a striving or a forcing of things to happen. Trust is the quiet surrender to divine timing. Trust is resting in the assurance that all is well, that you are safe, and that you are held. Trust is the ability to stop fighting and let God carry what He has always intended to carry for you. Rest is where you find the space to breathe, to recalibrate, to reconnect with your divine purpose. It is where you find the strength to move forward, not from a place of exhaustion, but from a place of wholeness. You've been running on fumes for so long, chosen one. It is time for you to replenish, to fill your soul with the peace that only God can provide. Thank you for staying in this space with me. Chosen one, your presence here is not an accident. It is a sign of the immense depth of your soul, of the vastness of your spirit. You have been through so much, but now it is time to rest. It is time to trust. You have endured the storms, you have fought the battles, and now you are being invited to receive. To anchor this divine energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777 or I am ready. Let this be your declaration, your affirmation that you are stepping into the divine rhythm of rest. You are no longer in survival mode. You are no longer defined by your struggle. You are entering a new season, a season of peace, a season of trust. Let the rhythm of heaven carry you forward. Chosen one, this moment is sacred. Tonight, you are invited to do something that may feel foreign, something that your soul has longed for, but your body and mind have resisted. Close your eyes without guilt. Exhale without fear. Smile without waiting for something to go wrong, because this time it won't. The verdict is victory. The battle that once threatened to consume you is finished. The war that sought to define your existence has ended. You do not need to fight anymore. Do not scroll past this chosen one. The invitation you have been waiting for is now before you. It is the invitation to rest, not because you have nothing left to give, but because you have given all you could. And now it is time for you to be replenished. It is time for you to step into the divine peace that has always been yours, a peace that cannot be shaken by the fears of the past. This is the moment when you can smile without hesitation, when you can feel the freedom of resting in the victory that has been declared over your life. You have outlasted the storm, you have endured the fight, and now it is time to breathe freely. Let go of the tension that has gripped you for so long. Let go of the fear that everything will fall apart when you stop moving. Because chosen one, this time it won't. The verdict is victory. Do not turn away from this moment. Pay attention, because heaven is offering you something priceless. This victory does not come with strings attached. It does not come with expectations of more struggle, more labor, more endurance. This victory is complete, and with it you are invited into a new season, a season of rest, of peace, of divine renewal. Your soul has been weary from the battles, from the constant striving, and now it is time for you to rest in the peace of victory. Keep reading until the end, because the truth I am sharing with you will change the way you live from this moment forward. You are no longer in a season of survival. You are no longer running from battle to battle, never knowing if peace will come. No, chosen one, that is the past. Now you are in a season of receiving. You are in a season where the peace you've sought is now yours to embrace fully. When you close your eyes tonight, let them fall with the knowledge that you are already held. You do not need to fight for your place. You do not need to prove yourself. You do not need to earn rest. It is already yours. You were not created to live in constant motion in a state of never-ending preparation for the next battle. You were created to move with purpose, to live in harmony with divine rhythms, and now the rhythm of peace calls you to rest. And as you rest, chosen one, know that the victory is not just for you alone. The victory you carry is meant to touch others. It is a light that will shine in the dark places of the world, a peace that will ripple out into the lives of those around you. But to carry that light, to share that peace, you must first allow yourself to be filled. You must first receive what God is offering you. You must rest in His presence, knowing that He is your source, your strength, and your peace. Do not turn your head away from this truth. Chosen one, as you rest, you are aligning with the deepest truth of who you are. You are not reaching for God from a distance. You are not striving, not chasing, not fighting to be seen. You are already here. You are already held in His presence. His love has always been with you, even in the hardest moments, even in the midst of the battle. And now, as the battle is over, you are invited to experience the fullness of that love. Thank you for remaining here with me, chosen one. Your presence is no accident. Your soul is tuned to the divine frequency, and by simply being here, you are stepping into a higher vibration, a higher level of peace. You are worthy of this moment. You are worthy of the rest that is now yours to receive. If this message has helped your shoulders soften, if it has helped your breath slow down and your heart settle, I invite you to type Amen in the comments. Let it be a quiet, sacred agreement with what God is settling inside you right now. Let it be your affirmation that you are ready to step fully into the rest that has been promised to you. And if you know someone who has been living in survival mode for far too long, someone who has forgotten how to rest, share this with them. It may be the reminder their soul has been waiting for. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe so we can continue walking this path together gently, honestly, and with peace. As you step away from this moment, hold on to this truth, chosen one. You are not reaching for God from a distance. You are already here, resting in His presence right now. Feel His peace surrounding you. Feel His love filling you. The victory is yours, and now you are invited to rest in it. You are not falling behind because you are resting. You are aligning with the rhythm of heaven. The war is over. Now you can finally rest. Chosen one. I invite you now to settle deeper into this sacred moment, to release everything that has held your mind captive and allowed the weight of the world to cloud your heart. For now, you are being invited into the quiet peace that has always been yours, but which you have not allowed yourself to fully receive. This is the moment when your soul is being beckoned to rest in the victory that has already been won for you. Do not rush through this, chosen one. Do not turn away. Pay attention, because what I am about to share with you is the key to stepping into a life of true abundance, free from the constant need to fight to prove to survive. You have lived with a warrior's spirit for so long, always on guard, always bracing for the next battle. But hear this clearly. Peace is not something you must earn. It is not a reward that must be fought for. It is a gift already laid at your feet, and now you are invited to receive it with open hands and an open heart. Let the weight of that truth settle within you, chosen one. You are no longer bound by the chains of survival. You do not have to live with the tension that once defined your every step. The victories of your past battles are not the sum total of who you are. What you have learned through your struggles has prepared you for this moment, this season of peace, where your soul can find rest and renewal. Rest in the truth that the fight is over. The struggles that once threatened to overwhelm you have lost their power. They no longer have permission to dictate the terms of your life. Heaven has already declared that the battle is won. And now you are stepping into a season of peace that is not just fleeting but eternal. It is the peace that passes all understanding. It is the peace that is born from knowing that you are held, that you are loved, that you are safe in the arms of the divine. Do not skip this moment. Chosen one, rest is not a passive act. It is a powerful, intentional choice to let go, to surrender, to trust that everything is already in alignment. It is in these quiet moments of surrender that your greatest strength is revealed. When you rest, you are not abandoning your purpose or your calling. You are allowing yourself to be replenished, to be refueled for the next season of your journey. You are giving yourself permission to receive all the goodness and grace that God is pouring into your life. The peace that awaits you. Chosen one is not the absence of challenges. It is the presence of God in the midst of them. It is knowing that no matter what comes your way, you are supported, you are loved, you are guided. And from that place of peace, you will be able to move with greater clarity, greater purpose, and greater joy. This peace will become your foundation. It will become your starting point for every decision, for every action, for every step you take. Keep reading until the end, because the transformation that is waiting for you in this season of peace is profound. As you learn to embrace rest, you will begin to see your life unfold in ways that you could never have imagined. Doors that once seemed closed will begin to open. Opportunities that felt out of reach will come to you with ease. This is the power of peace, the power of living from a place of divine rest. Thank you for staying with me, chosen one. Your presence here is no accident. It is a testament to the incredible journey your soul has undertaken and the high vibration you now carry. You have earned this moment of peace. You have fought hard, you have endured, and now it is time for you to receive. The victory is yours, and with that victory comes rest. To anchor this divine energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777 or I am ready. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to step into the peace that has been promised to you. You are not falling behind by resting. You are aligning with the rhythm of heaven, and from this place everything will flow. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. Rest in this truth. You are already held. You are already loved. You are already victorious. Chosen one, in this sacred moment, you are being called deeper into the divine rhythm of rest. This is not a moment of escape. This is a divine invitation to align yourself with the natural flow of peace and restoration that has always been within your reach. Rest is not just the absence of struggle. It is the presence of divine alignment. The rhythm of heaven is gentle yet powerful, and it is here for you to step into, to allow it to carry you into a new season of peace, purpose, and profound transformation. Do not scroll past this, chosen one. Pay attention, because the transformation that awaits you now is beyond what you may even understand. You have spent so long fighting, pushing, and enduring, believing that this is the way to success, to love, to peace. But God is teaching you that this is not the way. The way is rest. The way is surrender. The way is alignment with His divine will. Rest does not come with conditions or demands. It does not require you to prove yourself, to justify your worth, or to fight for every ounce of peace you receive. It is simply a gift freely given, and it is yours to receive. This rest is not a passive state of inaction, but a powerful choice to trust in the divine flow of life. It is choosing to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when you cannot see the full picture. When you step into rest, you are choosing to align yourself with the rhythm of heaven, to let go of the tension and fear that have dictated your steps for so long. Rest is not weakness. Chosen one, it is strength in its most pure and potent form. You have been conditioned to believe that to rest is to fail, that to stop moving is to fall behind. But this is not true. You were never meant to live in constant motion. You were never meant to fight every battle alone. You were created to move with the divine rhythm, to trust in the moments of pause, to surrender fully to the flow of life. Do not turn your head away from this, chosen one. I know it may feel unfamiliar. The world has taught you to fight, to rush, to prove, to compete. But heaven is inviting you to lay down these burdens. Rest is your birthright, and it is time for you to receive it. The rhythm of life that heaven has prepared for you is one of peace, one of trust, one of divine flow. And in that flow you will find everything you need: strength, wisdom, clarity, and grace. Keep reading until the end, because in this moment your life is about to shift. When you move in alignment with the rhythm of rest, you no longer have to force or strive. Things will begin to come to you naturally, effortlessly, as though the universe itself is working in your favor. You will find that you no longer have to chase success or love or peace. It will come to you drawn by the very energy of your being. The divine rhythm of rest is a sacred dance, and you, chosen one, are invited to participate. You no longer need to control every step to ensure everything is in its place. You no longer need to manage every detail of your life. God is in control. And in surrendering and trusting the divine rhythm, you align yourself with the flow of grace that will carry you into everything you are meant to become. Resting in this rhythm does not mean that you will not face challenges. It does not mean that life will be free of obstacles. What it means is that you will approach those challenges from a place of peace. You will respond to them not with fear or anxiety, but with trust and wisdom. Rest gives you the clarity to see things as they truly are, without the distortion of stress or panic. It is a divine recalibration of your spirit, your mind, and your body. Thank you for staying with me, chosen one. Your presence here is no accident. It is a sign of your readiness to embrace this divine shift, to step fully into the peace and rest that has been waiting for you. You have endured much, and now you are invited to rest in the victory that has already been declared over your life. To anchor this divine energy into your life, I invite you to comment 777, or I am ready. Let this be your declaration, your affirmation that you are ready to move with the divine rhythm, to rest in the peace that is already yours. You are no longer bound by survival. You are free to rest, free to align with the rhythm of heaven, and in doing so, you're aligning with the highest and truest version of yourself. Let rest become your strength. Let it be your foundation. And from that foundation, let the next chapter of your life unfold with grace, peace, and divine purpose. You are held, you are loved, and you are moving in perfect alignment with the rhythm of the universe.